Welcome everybody to November Qigong. I'm very excited that we're here. Welcome to the change, right, in weather. So I think the last time I shot a video, I still had all my tomato plants up and everything has been taken in for the season. So 'tis the season, right? So this particular Qigong exercise is going to be geared towards the large intestine and the lungs. So that is what this season is about. If you are outside practicing, please make sure your head is covered. You've got some, warmth up here around the neck. There is no wind today, so I don't have to be extra cautious there, but make sure, you've got something on your feet. It always makes me sad when I have to stop wearing my barefoot sandals. Always makes me sad. But here we are. Nevertheless, if you're inside, obviously you can be a little bit more, wear whatever kind of situation. But make sure that you're comfortable, make sure you're warm, and make sure that you are close to some sort of wall or a chair if you need extra help with balance. All right? Let's go ahead and get started. All right, we're gonna start by warming up the palms and deep breaths. So we got an extra hour of sleep last night and I took advantage of that and wow, I laid in bed too long, you guys. My back is super tight this morning, which is good because we're gonna do long work and I am just really feeling it today. So, but I had teenagers out last night, so I didn't sleep very well. Nevertheless, I laid in bed too long, so it's time to get moving. All right, so just allow the palms to kind of warm up. You can shake it out a little bit. You will inevitably see some kitties in this video. We have 2 outdoor cats. All right, so let's begin by taking 3 big breaths where you bring down the sky, bring it down to the center line of the body, inhaling and exhaling. Let's do this again. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Let's start with some neck rolls this morning, getting into the head and the neck. Kind of hard to do with my hat on. Doesn't matter which direction you go, but just making sure that the head touches as much. Now for some of you, with the anatomy of your neck, you're not going to be able to touch the shoulder or drop the chin to the clavicle, but if you can, try to go that far without overstraining the neck. Okay, let's go in the opposite direction. Breathing deep. Hat is falling off. Wonderful. All right, very good. Let's go ahead and roll the shoulders up towards the ears and then back down. Let's roll it up and down. I can already feel this start to really work my back that is super stiff this morning. Good. And let's go the opposite direction, bringing those shoulders up towards the ears. 2 more. 1 and 2. Awesome. All right, I really feel compelled to really open the shoulders this morning, which is going to go along with the flow that we're going to do here in a bit. So we're going to bring the hands out in front. Palms are facing down. We're going to inhale and sweep the left arm up and around behind. You can kind of open the rib to follow. Then it's going to sweep down and it's going to come with the palm up. Okay? Flip it over and go back to the right. So as the hand floats back, the palm is facing up It circles around facing up and then flips. Open left. Inhale. And that's getting into that lung. Inhale. Other side. Good. Let's do this one more each arm. Beautiful. All right, let's let the arms float down. Let's bring down the sky. Down the center line. Again. Good. One more. Inhaling as you bring it up. Exhaling as you bring it down. All right, now we're gonna interlace the fingers, turn the palms to face out. Great stretch in the shoulder, or I'm sorry, in the fingers and the wrists. We're gonna inhale, bring it up, coming onto the balls of the feet. If you can, do the best you can here. And then exhale, release. Again, inhale. Balancing. Exhale, good. Coming up on the balls of the feet really helps to get into that kidney point. And release. Let's do one more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. Awesome. Let's do a nice little side stretch flow here. So from here, we are going to sweep the arms up and over, okay? And when we do that, we're gonna step the leg back behind, okay? So same leg goes back behind of the arm that's overhead. So it's gonna come down here to the center, slight bend in the knee, and then we're gonna inhale. My right leg is back, right arm up. You're leaning here to the left. So this is gonna get in to more liver, gallbladder, and spleen, but also a slight stretch for that lower intestine. The lower intestine is responsible for getting rid of all of our waste, right? So sometimes when the weather shifts like this to cold, you can really begin to struggle with some constipation. And just overall lack of movement, and that stagnation can create mucus and discomfort all the way around, really, which can lead to viruses and things like that. So, good. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. Again, inhale. And release. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Awesome. All right. So yeah, we want to keep the digestive system moving. We want to make sure, you know, if we are struggling with constipation, that we're dealing with that constipation. And these simple flows can help with that tremendously, okay? So now we are going to move into a chair flow, which is going to be pretty simple, okay? Might even remind you a little bit of yoga. So you're going to come into a seated position just like so. We're going to really lift up through the sternum, coming right into chair pose. Good. And on the exhalation, we're going to float the arms down, straighten the legs, and bring the arms up and back as far as you can. Let the head relax. Good. Inhale, drop the arms, extend up. Big breath. Exhale, fold it forward. Good. Stretching through the shoulders. Again, inhale. Using my hat. Exhale. If you can't straighten the legs completely, keep the knees soft. Again. And exhale. Good. Inhale. Come back in the chair and exhale. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Stretching those arms. Again, inhale. And exhale. This time just hold all the way in. Let the head and neck relax. Let's let the arms hang here. Allowing to open up between the vertebrae and everything in the back. I've got like so many hoods here. Good, and let's roll it up to standing. Hopefully you feel a little bit more stretched out. I know I do, man. I'm tight through that back. All right, let's inhale, bring it down. Good, 2 more times. And 1 more. Beautiful. Okay, we're gonna go through a little flow here. And I have to try to remember all the bits and pieces of this flow because there's several pieces, okay? So we're gonna soften the knees just a little bit. And we're gonna inhale and we're gonna push the energy forward, okay? And we're gonna pull the energy back. So we're gonna start just this nice little flow here. Just keep this going for a second. Now we are going to add something to this. So what we're going to do, we're gonna bring the left arm up, right fingertips to the left elbow, okay? When we do this, I'm gonna separate my feet a little more. When we do this, we're gonna turn to the left and we're gonna let that left arm swoop around. We're gonna come back up front, and at this point, palms are touching. Notice how my right hand, the back of my right hand is facing out. And we're gonna push it forward, okay? Then we're gonna inhale, push the energy in, just like we were doing. Exhale, push it out. Inhale, open for the lungs. Big and wide. Good, and exhale down. So inhale, up. Right hand goes up, left hand to the elbow. Circle to the right. Sweep it down and around. Coming up, palm to palm. Left palm is now facing, the back of the palm is facing out. Push it forward. Good. Bring it in. Push it out. Inhale, open. Nice and big. Exhale down. Good. Inhale up. Left hand, my hair is everywhere. Exhale, down and around. Palm to palm, push it forward. Exhale, pull it back. Bring it forward again with the palms out, opening, and down. Bring it right up, fingertips face, or fingertips inside a right elbow. Bring it around, twist. Let that twist really come from the ribs. Down, scoop. Push it forward, in, and out. Actually, this should be an inhale, sorry. Take an inhale. Exhale down. Let's do 1 more each side. So bring it up, twist it open, swoop it around, palm to palm, bring it in, push it out. Inhale, Inhale. Exhale. Scoop it down, palm to palm. Bring it in. Push it out. Open. And down. Very good, you guys. That was hard. That's a challenge. Let's bring it down. Let's do this 2 times. One more. Bring it down. Awesome. All right. I feel like we need a little bit more with the lower body. Again, focusing on that lower large intestine. So let's bring the hands to the low back. Let's do a nice big circle here. Breathing deep for those lungs. We're going to end with some slapping today. Not your loved ones, not yourself. Well, yourself, but knocking. How's that? Knocking sounds better than slapping. All right. We're going to do a little balancing exercise. So if you can, find something several feet out on the floor in front of you. If you're going to find something visually to stare at, several feet out in the floor in front. If you are inside, of course, you can grab a wall or a chair. If you're outside and you've got a chair, something you can hang on to. But we are going to reach back for maybe the top of the foot. We're going to find that balancing point. Something to stare at helps with balance. Something not quite eye level, but maybe several feet out on the floor in front. Let's just hold this balancing stance for a second. Really getting into the front of that thigh. Good, and release down, kind of shake it out a little bit. Okay, now we're gonna go to the other side. So shift the weight to the left foot. Oh, I had to kick it up there for a second. Finding your balance. Breathing here. Awesome. Good. Go ahead and bring it down. Shake it out. Let's shake it all out. Shake it all out. Clicking the heels. Getting that bone marrow moving. Getting that lymph moving. Good. Bring it down. Where chi becomes scattered, we want to bring it in, right? All right, so let's do some knocking here. We're going to start, you can do a slap or a light fist. We're going to go around here, liver, gallbladder, bring it around, stomach and spleen. We're going to go down here to that large intestine. We're going to go around reproductive organs, bladder, and we're going to keep circling that around. If you've got a tender spot, that's okay. It might just need a little bit more love, maybe a little less knocking. Let's circle around towards the navel. It's always helpful not to bang directly onto the navel. Navels can be sensitive, belly buttons. Circle around. Notice that, like I was really tender here in the stomach area. Notice that it's gotten less tender the more I've knocked. Good. Let's go down the sides of the legs, up. Telling my kid, oh, my kid is pulling in the driveway. Let's go down the legs. Sorry for the noise. I have a busy home, everybody. Let's knock on the lungs. Beautiful. And let's bring it down. Good, 2 more. Last time. let's do a little knocking for the kidneys. Kidneys go through a lot this time of year. Making sure to eat warm foods, drink warm drinks. And you guys, listen, I have a favorite drink of mine that is, I drink it cold. So I've told myself, I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna have it, I'm gonna follow it up with something warm. So that's what I'm doing. So if you're like, I love my ice, you know, that's just probably part of your constitution. And I get it, so it's important to follow up with something that is warm. So if you just have to drink it, you're like, oh, this is like my vice. Hopefully it's on the healthier side. Mine is peach green tea. If you know me, you know I love it, and I love it cold. But I don't add any ice like I would maybe in the summer. And again, I'm gonna start following it up with something warm like a ginger tea. And I'm actually part of a kind of Qigong group. And, you know, they were talking about not drinking or eating cold things this time of year. And I was like, oh my gosh, like you guys, like, I'm obsessed with this tea. And they were even like, just follow it up with ginger. So that's my plan. Anyway, because I've noticed it affecting my digestion in the last couple of weeks. I noticed, you know, even here, when I'm knocking on that, you know, that area of the stomach, it's tender. It's tender. All right, let's bring it down one more time. Making sure to check the November module for the upcoming class with Nicole. Making sure to check the November module for homeopathic suggestions to get you through this month. And just taking time to really look around, because it's absolutely beautiful right now. And we probably only have a couple more weeks left of this beautiful weather. So take care. I will see you at Nicole's class if you're able to join us, and look for the December Qigong.